U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On play action, Cousins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Two.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now here's a deep shot that's complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A toss to Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Back at the 44.
Check 45. Two. 6 guys. Check 6. Get hard.
On second down, Cook. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Check 48.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Come on, set. Hard. 15 line. 15 line. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Defense.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Rock it.
Running with Howard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Collins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, time. Switch.
Draw play. Cousins to Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6-0 our score after 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Hey, Delta.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch twins. Undercross. Snap.
Collins from the gun. He'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Barely got the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Jam. Shoot. On your team.
They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Go. Ready, go. Spin.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. And here's Collins. Operating from the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 13-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a run with Cook, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. That's taken on the 25. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch the twist. Check 26, check 26.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Go on, go on. Check. Hey, Zoo.
They go with Howard again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's make squeeze.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, foxtrot. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Protein spill. Check. Hard. Check 49. Ready.
Out of the gun. This is Howard. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, team 6. Check.
Now Collins on 3rd down. Going up top for Miller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, I-7. 54. Christian Travis.
From the gun, Collins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
30 base. 54, right there, 54. Ready? Hey, Sam off. Kill, turn up. Slam. Clean trip.
Collins now, off the play fake. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Let's go now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
On the ready. 54. Fair. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Look at me. Score. Switch. Check. Crunch. Leo. Watch the shot.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double. Check. Hey, exit. 54. Hey, tight down. There you go. Right there. 54.
Throwing is Collins. Off play action. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Collins from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 3. 218. Chop it. Check 31. Check 31. Smooth.
2nd and 5. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
And here's Collins, operating from the gun. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
A toss running left. It's Cook. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I don't think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Operating from the gun, Collins. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw. Collins. He completes it to Evans. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Collins. And Watson has it right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Back to throw. Collins. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready. Hey, Alpha. Check right. 55's my guy, 55.
Now Collins on 1st and 10. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looking to throw. Collins. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. There you go. He's got look, squeeze. The ball. And up.
Collins now off the play fake. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try to push it across the end zone that way.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Collins escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Cousins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.